It's your boy, 800 the Stizzles, the God in Man form. And the prophet de jour. What's cracking like this Monday? I ain't got no job. no. Seriously. I work for the school system, I work for District 96 now. And so, yeah, one of the perks, I always tell people when the kids ain't there, I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I work with the kids. So when the kids ain't there, I ain't got to be there. They on summer school, or excuse me, they're on winter break right now, or they're on spring break right now. Some break. You get so many breaks a year. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to check. Hey, you know what I'm saying? A lot of breaks going on with these young people. But hey, when they ain't there, I ain't there. I ain't complaining for real now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm chilling, man. Enjoying my day off, man. Tomorrow, I gotta go to work and watch these young people get their ball on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? First day of the state tournament for the high school basketball time. You know what I mean? It's that time of the year, people one and done time. I told y'all I'm like a fish right now, and I'm in the water right now. This is my time. This is where I breathe right now. The whole one and done mentality is just so competitive. It's the competitor in me that feels that. So I hope these young people, especially the high school level, understand what this level of gameplay is, and they ready for it, man. Especially being biased about my boys at the Apple Valley High School and them young thoroughbreds over there. You know what I'm saying? And um, what they can make some noise, man. They can make some noise, man. They can shock the world, man. Like Liz said, man, they can shock the world right now. So and it's set up for that to happen. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, welcome to the show, man. I haven't been with you on a Thursday in a couple of weeks again. Been going through some things with the whole, son being a senior, you know what I'm saying? Some emotions moving up and down, minds moving up and down, a lot of pieces, trying to make sure everything is fitting into place for this young man. One of the things we talk about, I was talking to a friend of mine, Nate, today, man, just sitting there having a conversation with him, just kind of talking to him about, you know, um, just that weight being lifted off when your kid has the opportunity to have a jump start in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what all kids really want and really need. And you look back on, um, the minorities in the United States and their jump starts. You know what I'm saying? Which lack thereof, I should say. But um, to be able to help your child get to a point where they can have a nice jump start when it comes to becoming an adult in this world is it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing for them, but it's also a blessing for the parents and the fathers of boys in particular. So just this time of the year, man, is that crack off time, man, where you see a lot of lives changed from college basketball. I seen somebody post something about college basketball before the other day too. A friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, um, and I kind of understand, you know what I'm saying, what his viewpoint was on posting it. Because it seems like, you know what I'm saying, everybody is kind of downplaying basketball at every level when you really think about it. Somebody's always coming home, you know what I'm saying, to the neighborhood. But when you think about it, it kind of is really like this is one of the things I advocate for is good basketball. You know what I'm saying? I think that lack of good basketball has caused people to not want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And I for real, like that's really what it is. It's just because it seems too commercialized. It seems too selfish, and it just seems too watered down. Um, but it's so entertaining. It's still entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So the business of basketball is going to be here for a long time. And if these young people want to get in here and get some money out of that, man, we got to try to do whatever we can until, you know what I'm saying, to give them the opportunities and push them to be the best, especially uh, for them and their families. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some of this basketball been going crazy too, man. This is the time. I told y'all before, like this is the time where production in the economic industry drops significantly because of brackets. Yeah, said something simple as brackets. You know what I'm saying, brings businesses to a halt. You know what I mean? So I know y'all been popping it off, man. I know, hey, because I know y'all got see my boys out here, man. My boys in the Big Ten. I told y'all, man, Big Ten. I've been telling people, man, I tell people all the time, Big Ten. I'm a Big Ten dude, man. I love Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? We be cracking it off, man. They got 6 teams, bro, in the Sweet 16. I think that means the Big Ten holding it down right now. You know what I'm saying? Cracking it off, man. Michigan. Woo! Them Michigan thoroughbreds is crazy, boy. They crazy. I'm going to talk a little bit about them in my topic tonight. Purdue, steadfast. I love Purdue, and you know you got it. You should already know the type of person I am, and I've talked about who I am. You should already know why I love Purdue. They got the little dude, man, the little assist dude. The dude dropping assist everybody, bro. Dude over there just like blink, 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 pocket pass. You know what I'm saying? Lob City. Yeah. He just throwing them things, man, to his boys, man. So you know that's why I mess with Purdue like that right now. Iowa got him with the okie doke. Smart coaching, smart play, calling, great shot, great pass. You know what I'm saying? End the game. See ya. Send you home. That's what this time is about, man. This tournament time is all about. Nebraska holding it down steadfast. Illinois holding it down steadfast. And then my boys, man, go green, man. Michigan State, man, just doing what they do. This is not even supposed to be named March. Like it's supposed to be the name of this month is supposed to be Izzo. It's supposed to be January, February, Izzo, April. That's what I told me a long time ago. I heard that about 20 years ago, so I don't know why it ain't been changed yet. But you know what I'm saying? They change dates and times and erase years all the time. I don't know why they can't do that because I mean everybody agrees. It's January, February, Izzo. April, May. You know what I'm saying? I mean it is. But SEC got about 4 teams up in there, man. Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Arkansas. Man, them Arkansas boys, man, is cool, bro. The Arkansas boys are cool, man. Bama, you know what I'm saying? You know how they do what they do. UConn and St. John from the Big East. Duke only the lone soldier over there in the ACC, out of the ACC. Whoa, y'all tripping over there. Then you got Houston. I love them Houston boys. They play basketball. Arizona, Iowa State. Iowa State been balling. Iowa State been balling, man. A lot of these teams that I name, Iowa State in particular too, is people that just play great team basketball, man. There's not a substitution for it. I talked about this on one of my shows, you know what I'm saying, about how when I was younger, the city teams was cracking heads at everybody, but then the suburb teams started to even themselves out. And the ones that did was because they played team basketball, man. There's no substitution for it. You know what I'm saying? If you play good basketball within your team, dude, like you could beat anybody, anywhere, any day, whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? So, man, big up to the Big Ten, though, man. I know you guys are watching some of these games, man, some of these bracket busters, man. Your boys and them, man, cracked me up though, man. Cause who was that escaped? That was who was that escaped out of there, bro? Duke, was that Duke? Duke escaped out of there because they was about to get no. Arizona. Arizona was about to be out of there. They was almost up out of there. See ya. You was almost gone. You got a last second chance. Hit that thing. Boy, gave you another life. But that's the thing about the big stage like this of the tournament, man. Like when you go to a tournament, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like the lights are on, man. The arena is packed and people are there watching you. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the thing about some of these players is like you see some of these plays, and you're like, holy cow! Like, what's the name? Who was this dude? My son like this dude. He was talking about this dude. A-Cup. Yeah. He was talking about A-Cup. And A-Cup. Darius A-Cup Jr. Last 5 postseason games. 36 points, 6 assists, 24 points, 7 assists, 30 points, 11 assists, 24 points, 7 assists, 37 points, 5 assists. That when I seen this dude play, man, I was like, yo, this dude is nice, bro. But that's what I'm telling y'all on one of my other shows, man. Like, this is that time of year when things like that happen. Like, people just come out of just stun you. You know what I mean? You haven't been watching a team all season long in the NCAA, and all of a sudden you finally watch the team. You're like, oh, okay, this dude they be talking about day. You know what I'm saying? And A-Cup was one of them dudes, man. last week, did I have? I don't think I had the brackets yet last week. It was Monday. It didn't come out till Tuesday. So I got the brackets now for the high school boys. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk a little bit about the high school boys. Finna go down, boy. It go down tomorrow. It cracks off tomorrow. First game, 10 a.m. Target Center, boy. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is crazy. Like, these young people gotta understand this. You do all season to go here. You want to go play on this court right here. You know what I'm saying? You at Target Center tomorrow. You got Tartan and Blaine first, Lakeville South and Chaska. You got Wayzata and Apple Valley, and then you got Maple Grove and Alexandria. So I told you the 4A is a heavyweight bout. It's a heavyweight bout. As far as matchup wise, yeah, I think Tartan. Not prediction first round. I think Tartan should handle Blaine. I'm going to give them a little bit, but them boys, man, I watched them the way they let it fly, man. It's something about it. People, the way people just let it fly. Sometimes you got to watch that. Let's see here. Lakeville South and Chaska. I think that's an even matchup. But that Chaska boy, man, hey, he all right. You know what I'm saying? He all right, man. You better understand that boy all right. But Lakeville South has been just a consistent pedigree of guys that make the right plays. And I think that will keep them and make them competitive in this game. But I think Chaska will pull that one out. And then you got my boys, man. Wayzata going up against Apple Valley, man. We going up against the juggernaut, boy. The juggernaut, boy. 3D1, 3D1s on one team, boy. 3D1s on one team, boy. Come on, we coming for you, boy. I think this matchup, honestly, favors Apple Valley because their relentless defense and their endurance. I think if they utilize their speed and utilize the length of the floor to their advantage, but don't sleep because I've seen Wayzata run. They will run. I just think that honestly, if they put the gas, put the pedal to the floor, I think they can outrun them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really their only hope. Because you slow down with them, they're gonna pop your heads off. You know what I'm saying? Because they let it fly too. They're a team that lets it fly. You got to get out there and D that up. You know what I'm saying? But we got the guys that can D up. We got that. So I think honestly, this is going to be a shock to the world. I think Apple Valley is going to pull this one off and come out the next round. And then I think that it's going to be a lovely matchup. Part 2. Build a rivalry. We'll see Maple Grove in the next round because Maple Grove, I think, will take care of Alexandria. That boy Max, he just don't care. He just don't care, bro. He just go get it, bro. I think Ann back. I think Ann coming back. So he'll be back up in there. And that'll be a matchup that they should be able to take care of Alexandria. Especially because the way they play free. They play free. They play with reckless abandonment, but it's organized. You know what I'm saying? But if a lane opens up, Max is taking that. If you give him too much space, he's shooting that. You know what I'm saying? And then when Ann coming back, you get that versatility. And then they got a big guy in the middle there too. I seen him work. He ain't no pushover. You know what I'm saying? But he goes to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think they'll take that Alexandria out. Alexandria give it a tough game because they are a good game. They're a good team. They score a lot. They shoot a lot. They run. But I think Maple Grove will be able to handle that. And we'll meet them. Apple Valley will meet them in the next round. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll come back at you Thursday because that'll probably be the game Thursday. Yep. So the game will be Thursday. I have to come back at you at the night. You know what I'm saying? After that, talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? See what happened. Hopefully, I'm talking to you about the finals matchup. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there, man. You got to manifest these things in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. If you listen to them, blessings. If you don't, wouldn't have for you. You know what I'm saying? I just be talking crazy, man, on my show, man. But yeah, man, blessings to these young dudes, bro. And this high school thing is cracking off, man. I tell people all the time, man, I'm a biased person about the few things when it comes to high school sports. I'm biased about the class of 2026. Yes, I am. I just am. I love all the classes. I love all the young dudes. I build relationships with young people. That's my job. But I'm biased about the 2026 boys. And not only that, I'm biased about the Apple Valley kids. So sorry. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, that's just from my heart. They're my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they're my peoples, my boys. You know what I'm saying? I've known them from a long time. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Ride out. We're going to ride out together, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But great time, man. Great time to be alive right now. Oh, I wanted to touch on the whole Bam thing again, man. And I just wanted to be like, real quickly, one more time about that, man. Everybody hating on this dude, right? Like, and the thing that kills me is that this is the stuff that we build with in our communities. This is what we're building with. These are the type of people we're building with. Someone that hates you because they want to be the ones to tell you who's supposed to score 83. That's what people are. That's the air. Like, people don't understand how reverse arrogance really works, right? Because a lot of arrogant people point at people being arrogant. But how arrogant is that? That you sit up there and you tell somebody they don't qualify to be scoring 83 points. Like you have, like you have the credentials on who on who should be the one getting that. Like who the fuck? Like I said before on my last show, if you can get 83, then get 83 then. If it's that easy, right? You know what I'm saying? But like it should be held for only people that you deem as successful enough to be able to have that. Why? Like the dude dropped off his jewels, man. Like the dude got buckets, bro. Like he went and got buckets. Like if you got the opportunity to go get buckets, man, wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? I talked about it before that day, my last show, man. Like, especially on tonight's topic. Like, if you got a people that are gonna feed you to keep doing it, why wouldn't you keep doing it? Like, and if the defense ain't stopping you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't stopping me, they'll keep scoring, right? That's factuals. You know what I mean? That's factuals. So why they be hating on this dude, man? That's the arrogance. That's the reverse arrogance I'm talking about. Like people are sitting here telling this man that he don't qualify. Like they have the list of people that qualify to get that many points. Gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are going strong. We ain't got them out yet. We got to get them gatekeepers out of there. Man, yeah. Russell Westbrook, man. I really don't understand why people don't understand the greatness of this dude, man. Like this dude averaged a triple double, and even in his age that he is now, he's still putting up big numbers across the board. That's super significant, man, to me. Like a player that contributes and in a time, and this is the thing, we're in a time where people want labels. They want you to concentrate on being one thing. I get it. I got it. But for some players that don't work. For some players, and I think the number of players that I'm talking about that it doesn't work for is higher than the number of players that just want to be specialized in one thing. I think guys that can be utilized in different areas of the game and the aspect of the game, and we push them to be great at all those things, those players are being overlooked a lot. A lot. I'm watching it. I watch it in the game every day. I watch it. I watch people. Like I was telling somebody one time, right? We was at a thing, man. at my old team I used to coach with last year. Um, I'm watching these dudes, man. Right? And we had, I think it was a fall league game or summer league game or something. But I'm watching these dudes, man, and they a lot actually at this location. A lot went on, a lot of conversations. But I'm watching these dudes, right, and the team is hooping, and one of the kids hit a three. Everybody was like, "Yeah." Came down again, said he hit another three. Everybody's going crazy, and I think he came down and hit like one more. And I turned to my guys, and watch. I said, "Watch, they're gonna make him the point guard next year." showed, man, showed enough, man, showed enough. First game of the season. I'm looking. I'm like, boom, boom. I said, "Oh man." I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? It's weird because it's like, dude, people automatically transfer people into point guards because they can hit a shot. And it's like, wait a minute, that ain't the first thing of point guard. Right? So okay, so let me get it. Let me push it off like this. So point guards are supposed to look for how to get other players off, then look for their own opportunity to score. As weird as it sounds, I get it. I know that it sounds weird, but that's how you make a point guard. That's why we're not making a lot of point guards, because we're taking a lot of guys that want to shoot the ball first and telling them, no, you're a point guard now. You're a point guard. But they have had so many years. We'll talk about that a little bit on the show. They have so many years, right, that we gotta change that, right? You got to try to teach them how to be a point guard and how to think about and pass to others. And then you try to stick them in only that one category where you can't do that, right? What worked with my team when they were younger and we won the championship is that one of the things that I did was I made everybody a point guard, right? Because we fast break so much. We fast break so much that anybody that can get the rebound, we're going to make you ball handle. We're going to make you learn ball handling. Everybody on the team goes through the same ball handling drills. So that way, when they get the rebound, they all can just go. And then they're thinking about everybody else, so they're always looking to push. And once you make one or two passes, that's a layup. That should be a layup. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's that simple. I know my mindset is kind of weird for people, but it should be that simple. And the thing about it is that people are getting so mixed up on point guards, but they're not realizing really the guy that has the point guard label, really all he's doing is once we get in a situation where we have to slow down, he's going to bring it up to initiate the offense for the guys who we want to get the ball to score. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotten so construed that we can't run that basic type of offense. We can't run that basic type of basketball, and that leads into good basketball because then what you do is you get everybody happy because they're all ball handling, they're all getting shots because you're running. You're if you got a quick PG and you got a quick team, you can get points. I've seen it. I've seen my boys at Apple Valley do this. You can get points in 7 seconds. And we coming down getting points like niggas, bam, boom, 5 seconds. And if you're getting that many opportunities at the basket, right? You're getting that many opportunities at the basket. You're gonna kick that up. That number is gonna go up, and everybody's gonna get involved because it's gonna be a new person running down the lane. It's a new person running down the lane this time. Boom, one drop pass, boom, layup. So everybody's getting happy. It's fueling everybody. And that number at the scoreboard starts to go up. Hey man, I can't make this stuff up. It's weird. I get it. If you listen to it, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. Pass it on to somebody else. But man, let's get out here and score some buckets, man. Apple Valley, man. I know what y'all can do, man. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing, man. Show everybody, man. Shock the world, man. It's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time too, man. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic, dude. Touching on it just a little bit. Team chemistry, man. A lot of this, a lot of this basketball we got going on now. I'm seeing, especially in the college game, man. Some good basketball, man. A lot of team chemistry, man. A lot of guys working together, man. And for me, I was bringing this up before, is that my post about today's episode is that you can't teach that, man. This is one of the few things in coaching you can't coach and you can't teach. You can't teach team chemistry. You cannot. It's not even possible. And I know there's probably people listening to me because the people, I got a little bit of people, but there's a lot of people that hear it and be like, "What are you talking about? Dude? You teach the kids how to?" No, you can't. And the main reason why you cannot teach or coach team chemistry is because it's a fact of life. It's a law of life that you can't make people like each other. You can't even make people like you. How are you gonna make people? It's a law that you can't make somebody like you. So how can you make two people like each other? It's not possible. And that's what team chemistry is. It's a group of people liking each other. So it's like you got to figure out how to make people like each other. You can't coach it. You can't teach it. All you can do is give them an environment where they can do it. Who is this? This is what was it said by I forgot who said this. Missoula. I think Missoula said this. It said the best leaders lead with truth and love. That's what creates psychological safety, and safety is what lets people grow fast. I think the best thing you could do is be honest, be yourself. I think being transparent and being yourself is the biggest thing you could do, especially when you're dealing with younger players, because they have to trust you. You know what I'm saying? So they know it's faith. It's safe. You know what I mean? And if you're giving them false information, you're not there for them every day. They grow to resent the things that you're saying and not want to be a part of it. And in order to build team chemistry, you have to have trust. You gotta have trust. And if you're not building the trust, how are you going to ever have them guys build the team chemistry within each other? They're not. I mean, if you guys don't have it all together at the staff level, right? How are you going to build that within the young people? The coaches are on different accords. Then how can you build that with the young people, right? Unless you're going to show them how adults work things out, because that's a huge part of it too. Because they got to understand how to work things out with each other. I mean, dude, because when you see team chemistry at it, oh my God, the biggest play that I feel like shows team chemistry is when I forgot what his name is, 23 from Michigan, got the rebound, took 1-2 dribbles. No, I think he took one dribble. He had the free throw line all the way down there. He 3/4 of the way from the basket. Throws a pass, a football pass, bro. That had to be about 40 yards, bro. That had to be like 40 yards at least 40 yards at least. It had to be. He's 6'10", bro. He's 6'10", 6'11", I think. He throw a pass from 3/4 length of the court to a 7-foot dude who catches the ball backwards, y'all. Y'all, I'm not lying. He catches the ball backwards. A 7-foot dude catches the ball backwards at the rim and lays it up off the glass and in. Man, if that is not a moment of team chemistry at its finest, bro, because you already have a 6'10", 6'11" dude throwing a full court pass. How the fuck? See my language? How the hell? What coach seen that? Name him. What coach sits? Okay, college level, yeah, but like this though, with where the finish is going, yeah. Honestly, no. No. You don't really see 6'10", 6'11" dudes just grabbing the ball, one dribble, grabbing a rebound, one dribble, just throwing a football pass, perfect, to a 7-foot dude. You got trust in your team that young man feels safe enough that he can make that pass, that he can attempt to make that pass. And he has so much trust in his teammate that he knows as long as I get it down there, I know he gonna get it. And his teammate got the trust in to say, hey, I'm running, bro. As long as you throw it, I'm gonna catch that mug. he gonna throw it. I know him. He gonna throw it. And to go up there and just get that and complete the play like that, bro. That's team, man. That's what happens. You get beautiful plays like that, because and watch them. I mean, I was talking about the dude from Purdue. Watch them play, bro. Like, watch them play. They make a move, they ain't got nothing, they pass it. They make a move, they ain't got it, they pass it. They drive, they kick, they throw lobs, man. It's lob city in NCAA now. I'm trying to get my boys to start doing that, man. I'm trying to get them young bulls to start doing that before they get up out of here, man. Start getting some highlight reels. You know what I'm saying? And that level of team chemistry is what creates that beauty of good basketball. You know, just seeing the amazingness of the sport, at its height, and you get that when you have people that young people that trust within each other. Just even something is just being able to feed your man when he's hot, recognizing you got a man that's hot and going back to him every time, going back to him. And it's like I said, it's team chemistry. So you got to realize it's not only just to make the pass to the guy that's hot, but it's also to be the guy off the ball that's like, let me screen for you, man, so you can get open. The other three guys sitting there, we screen all three of us are screening for you. Get open, get open, get open. We're talking about getting open. Pass to him. He's open. He's open. Even something like that, man. Because when you're seeing it unfold, when you see a guy coming off a screen, bam, hit a three. He comes off the screen again, bam, hits a three. Now they're doubling. They're sending triples. They're doubling. They're going over screens, and all of a sudden you see the team manipulating the screens differently, changing directions, flares, drop, boom, another three. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, and it's one of those type of things I was talking about before, where you hit one or two or three, and all of a sudden the crowd's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful moment in sports, in basketball in particular. And that happens because the guys are all playing in unison with each other. Um, they want what's best for each other, man. When that happens, they want what's best for each other, and it builds a new passion for the game. It builds a total new passion for the game for them. When you play for your brother, it builds a new passion for the game, because now not only you just playing, you're there for what you can get and whatever. Now you're playing and you're like, yo, this is my dude right here. My dude finna get off. Yo, we finna get lit. We finna drain this out tonight, boy. You know what I'm saying? We straight. We off the chain up in here tonight, man. And they loving with each other, man. They being with each other, man. They fellowshipping. It's a word me and my guy was talking about today, man. They fellowshipping. I mean, it's a place for us to fellowship. I've talked about this on my show before about Dr. James Naismith when he created this. He created this as a way for guys to fellowship. And in order for them to have team chemistry, they got to be able to fellowship with each other. They got to be able to break bread with each other, man. It's a way for them to all have a new purpose of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we beg, especially as coaches, sometimes we beg for them to put their all into it and devote into it and stuff like that. But if we can't help them build team chemistry for each other, it's going to be a difficult way for us to have to find and pull out what inspires and what pushes them. But if they can build team chemistry, they can motivate each other. They can motivate themselves, and it helps fuel an environment and within a program. You know what I'm saying? Because it trickles down to the young guys. You know what I'm saying? The young guys start to feel that love, so they start to teach it to their guys, and then as they come up through the program, because it's all about caring about others. Really, that's what it is. It's about caring about others. That's why the game has changed. That's why good basketball has gone depleted, because it's all about caring about others. Like, the things I say, I know people sometimes don't want to reject it or ain't feeling it or whatever, but if you listen to what I'm saying, I'm telling you the truth. Like, it's all about team chemistry and playing good basketball. It's all about caring about others, like for real. And the reason why, I bring it up, I tell you it all the time. I'm a believer in working on the things that you have to work on. If we don't call those things out, we're never going to work on them. People can lie and be like, "No, I'll ask it and I'll work on it later. You ain't got to bring it." No, if we don't call it out, it won't be worked on. And one of those things is that kids are raised up to be selfish. They just are. It's a fact of life. They're raised up to be selfish. They got their own room. How the fuck they got their own room? I'm 48 years old. You know how much it cost me to get a room? How the fuck these little motherfuckers get a room already? Yeah, all they did was just born. They just showed up at the hospital and shit. We got to pick the motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't paid no rent, no did nothing. We got to go pick them up already. Feed them, carry around, poop, do, you know what I'm saying? And they got their own phones. They eat all day. They poop all day. They sleep all day. Yes, young people. You guys do your thing. You go to school. You get your educations. You play your sports, whatever. But as a parent, you don't do shit. Hey, sorry, this is my late show. They shouldn't be asleep. But for all these years, and sometimes the first time they run up against somebody that ain't letting them be selfish is a coach. The first time they run up against somebody that says what you doing ain't good enough is a coach. The first time they run up against somebody that says, nah, you got to go harder is a coach. The first time somebody that they run into says that was dumb is a coach. And for them, it's like, what? So they got to test it. And it's natural. It's natural for young people to test that because as a young person, you're like the king at your castle, honestly. Well, they call them princes, but you act like a king at your castle. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these single parent homes, man. They think they want everything. They call all the shots. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then when they get to a coach, and the coach has to be the one to break that down. And it's sometimes it's difficult to get to that team chemistry because you gotta help these young people rewire the thought of everything being theirs and being entitled to whatever they get. And understanding they got to work their butts off just like everybody else has to, and care about somebody else. The biggest thing is to say, okay, I want to do this, because sometimes in order to do what you have to do, you're doing it for the betterment of the person. Because a lot of people sometimes don't want to do all that stuff, like even just going the extra mile, like in sports, going the extra mile. Sometimes I don't want to go the extra mile, but I gotta do it because I'm doing it for my brother. My fellas is asking me to do this. My guys are asking me to do this. So I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that trust comes in at, and building that safe space for each other, to grow with each other. You know what I'm saying? And learn with each other, learn from each other, um, and to want to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to get better, you got to make other people better. In order for you to get better, you got to make other people better. If you can't make other people better, you're not going to get better. You're going to stay in a void. You're going to stay in the same spot. You're going to do the same thing the same ways. But if you can make other people better, it makes you more dangerous, because now people don't have to just concentrate on you. They have to concentrate on everybody on the floor. Because at any point in time, the way you play, anybody can get off. But don't sleep on me. Because I'll drop you off. and once you understand that mentality of being dangerous when it comes to getting your guys and fueling your guys, you're on a different level mind wise. You're on a way different level mind wise. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta reset that mindset. Sometimes you gotta reset that mindset, bro. Because it's like people have, because I've seen it before. I've seen I've seen coaches kiss players' ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, this Thailand team, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? But I've seen coaches kiss players' ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen and that's the thing about it. I love that people take things personally because it makes me know that I'm right. And the things that I talk about, my girl knows, I don't talk about something right away. I talk about it in the third. So after the third time I've seen it. So when I've seen something, I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about, I've seen it more places than just one. That's why I'm bringing it up. Otherwise, I wouldn't bring it up. It's not an epidemic. To me, when I see it a third time, it's an epidemic. It's a problem. We got to fix something. And I've seen this happen in the things that I say, even coaches not being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even just in one area or one people. Why they take it personal? That's why I say we as coaches, because this is real deal. I've heard about it coming from colleagues at the higher levels, at college levels. And I've heard about it like that. So it ain't just, you know what I'm saying, one aspect. It's more than one. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it's a problem. And in order to get these young people to change their mindset, we have to be able to be smart enough to let them know, hold on, look, we make mistakes too, but you can trust that we'll be open and we'll be honest with you about those mistakes, and we'll go through this together. So that way they can do that with each other on the court, and it builds that team chemistry a lot easier. But if they ain't seeing it from us, how can they build team chemistry? How can you be asking them to get together and be together with them when y'all ain't? You know what I'm saying? So and my thing about it too is, when it comes to, you know, say helping these young people out with recruiting, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as recruiting goes, that's part of the reason why these D1s ain't grabbing these young kids from high school, man, because you got to teach them how to play as a team, man. Like, I tell people this all the time. How many colleges got a player on their team that scored 40? Shit, how many NBA teams have a player on their team that scored 40? All of them. All of them. In high school that scored 40. All of them. College, or most likely all of them that scored 40. But they ain't out there doing that right now, because that's not their role. So how can kids from a high school level understand and accept their role when everybody's been kissing their ass and telling them, oh yeah, everything you're doing is great, rather than, hey, everything you do is great, but this is what you do that's not great. Let's work on these things. And that also aids them in understanding, okay, well, everybody else has a problem. Well, I got a problem too. I got to work on things too. I may be great, but I got to work on things too. So now it brings them back down to a level where they can be mutual with their friends and understand their teammates, not friends, just teammates, because that's a different level. That's another different topic. We can talk about the differences of that too, because you got to get your mind right when you deal with some of these players. But you got to understand how, when it comes to the recruiting process, these colleges don't want to have to rewire. So it's our job at the high school level is to rewire them and to understand and make sure they understand they prioritize the team first, because the team first mentality is going to get us better team chemistry, which in turn will win us more games, because guys will be out there playing comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't have to try to look for who to blame. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, in the recruiting process, dude, like, how many guys have scored 40 points on teams? Everybody usually. Everybody in high school is the McDonald's All-American on the college team, on the D1 level. Everybody. So that's why when they're recruiting, they're saying to themselves, what else can you do for me? What else can you do? The highlights is going to get them there. I've said this word phrase before. The highlights are going to get them to the gym. The winning is going to get them to the gym. What you do is going to keep them there. So, and that's the thing about it, man. Like, I made it my duty to teach young people this stuff, man. I made it my duty to teach them this information. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I said it on one of my shows before. I think somebody had filmed me going off on my team one day on the court, but I had to. My team was never given to me to have practices. Like, the head coach actually told me that all my practices are going to be with the varsity. I wasn't going to have my own practices. So, you know, I had to check my team a couple times, man. I had to teach them a couple times, and then most of the time I taught them was on the fly. I wasn't able to teach them in practice. They wouldn't let me. I know it sounds crazy, but it's all good. It'll all come out my memoir or the movie. But a couple times I had to go off on them on the court, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen to what I said though. Like, the things I say to them is like growth, young people, adult growth. You know what I mean? Like, check yourself, man. Like, you out here on a basketball court, man. Like, this is win or go home. This is win or lose right now. You know, and I'm not talking about just the score. You know, I'm talking about different things of life. You know what I mean? Like, just just passion of the game, man. Just loving to be out here, man. Loving to be out here with your bro, man. Wanting to win with your bro, man. You know, and these guys, man, like especially my guys, remember my guys last year. Uh, one of the young dudes I remember told me one year last year. He said, man, why you always, coach? Why you always on me? I said, because you're not doing what I asked. He said, but I'm doing but I'm going to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I asked. He's like, well, you told what's the name? I said, yeah, I told him to do that. I said, but he ain't you. You know what I'm saying? I told him to do that because that's what I want him to do. I said, I want you to do this. I said, you were doing what I told him to do. You know? And it was real. You know, it was hard for him to understand it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he kind of took it, maybe took it a little personal when I was saying it. But then once he got it, he got it. He was like, oh. And then from then on out, he started doing his shit. He started doing his game that I told him to do. And because and I peeped it. You gotta watch these dudes, right? So I peeped it, right, when that happened, because he was like, I'm telling you, if you watch it, if you watch my games, if I can see my games, you watch my games, and he was like having an attitude after the games and during the games, watching another player do what he was doing. But then after we had that conversation that I just told you about, he was like, "Yo, he was happy. He was out there doing his thing." You know what I'm saying? And plus, he didn't bump heads with me anymore. I had to put him on because I told him. He said, I'm like, the reason why I'm putting you on the bench is because you're not doing what I asked you to do. He's like, I'm doing what he told him to do. I'm like, yeah, that's what I told him to do. This is what I told you to do. So if you do after, he stay out there. You know what I'm saying? But that realness and that conversation and being real with him about it made him understand that he could trust me a little bit more, which made him be able to go blend with his teammate a bit more. Because him having a conversation, confliction with me and why I was taking him out was make him have attitude with the other player. So once I broke that down to him, like, no, it ain't his fault because he's doing what I asked. You can't get mad at him. You're mad at me because you don't understand what I asked. But once you understand what I asked, now you ain't mad at me either. Trust. And those things are very important, man, because I've seen it happen. And a lot of times when that biggest moment for me was seeing them trust each other. And a lot of times it becomes in weird. I'm a weird person. I see things from different angles. I see things in matrix form. You know what I mean? So it ain't what it is visually. It's whatever is going on, right? And the time that I saw them, the moment that I saw my team last year trust each other was one time I walked into the office, and I forgot something was gone, right? And somebody took something, fruit or something. But I was like, I had walked by the office and saw whoever in there and grabbed it as I walked by. Nobody saw me. So then when I went and did what I had to do and came back and they were all in there, I already knew who had took it. So I was like, yo, where's the whatchamacallit? It was like, oh, no, it wasn't no. I was like, no, it was a thing right there. It was like, no, it wasn't there. I was like, okay. All right. I was like, all right. I said, you sure? Like, yeah. It was like, well, I walked to the one that did it. I know did it. I was like, you sure you ain't take nothing? And somebody was like, no, man. Coach, some of those younger guys came up in here, coach. It might have been one of them. So I was like, oh, nice. I said, I like that. I said, y'all gonna have to run some laps for lying, but I said, y'all gonna have to run some laps for lying to me though. I said, but I like how y'all stuck out for each other. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope. I mean, for me, y'all can take it how y'all want to take it, but hey, like I said, they got penalized for that. We ran some laps, but for me, that moment that they showed me that they trusted each other, that they had each other's back, and I loved it. I loved each one of them, and I'm like, I'm looking at each one. I'm a hard nosed coach. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play that shit, right? So I look each one of them in the face. I'm like, yo, you wasn't there. You tell them, you for real? Yep. And they're like, yep, coach. Yep, coach. They had each other's back. I was like, that. I love that. Get your ass out there and run some laps. But yeah. I like how y'all stuck with each other, man. That's dope. That's because that's how it's supposed to be. Like you ain't gotta be the most liked. I think that's a problem with coaching days right now, the coaching stage right now that we have. Everybody, it's a popularity contest for some coaches. It's like they want to be liked. Like that's one thing about me that I drew a connection with young people is that they understood that I didn't care if I was liked. I'm not here to be liked. That ain't my job. My job is to teach you how to be a better basketball player. I don't need to be liked. I don't need nobody to like me more than somebody else. It just unfortunately happens that way, that people like me better than the other people, because that's part of the reason why, because I'm just real. Like, I don't care whether you like me or not. That's not my job. That's not the person I was put here on this earth, is to make people like me. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that type of dude. You know what I mean? And let it butt. You know what I mean? Hey, but overall, trust is the biggest component in team chemistry. And if we can get kids to learn how to trust in each other, because they don't. Our kids are at war, and I think that us as adults don't understand it. We don't get it. We're the parents that don't understand. Will Smith wrote a song about it. We're them now. That's why he wrote the song. And the problem is for us to be able to break the not understanding in order for us to help them correctly. And they're not going to trust in each other, because I tell people all the time, I'm like, yo, we have how many people at the school I work at? We have 1,200 kids at the school we worked at. If those 1,200 kids, there's some big kids at this school. You know, there's some kids that stand taller than the teachers. If 1,200 kids, if they stood together as unity, they could take over that school. Because as far as staff and adults they're more than us, but they're not. You know, they're not. And one of the reasons why is because they have a lot to say about themselves. And you know, young people are a beautiful thing, man, because they're a whiteboard right now. You know, they can become anything. They can be anything that they want to be. And when it comes to basketball and doing this thing like this, boy, you know what I'm saying, doing it like we do out here on the court, we got to have good basketball. We got to have good team chemistry, man. I'm gonna leave y'all on that note. Get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. I'm trying to be there all day, man. You know me. I love basketball like that. You know what I'm saying? I might just be there all day tomorrow, man. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys, man. Hope your brackets ain't too crashed. But you should have had Michigan State all the way at least to the Final Four. That's what Tom Izzo do, is Izzo month. You know what I mean? So blessings to everybody, man, and listen to me, man. If you don't, man, pass it on. And you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm gonna come back on you Thursday for sure. We're gonna talk about love. Like I tell you, every time I step away, I swear, man, it'd be some more garbage in the news that talk about people and relationships and women and God, man, well, y'all get material to me all day long. But I'm gonna see y'all on Thursday evening, Thursday night, and we'll talk a little bit about love and relationships. Other than that, man, thank y'all for joining me, man. Anybody that's watching my show, I appreciate y'all, everybody. Love.